Morning. It's Saturday. And, oh, look where we're at. The pit. Well, if you saw the video last night and read any of the comments and heard any of the videos, let me get you down here, make my fat head block the sun. Loader here, this thing squeaks. It squeaks like hell. We're trying to load trucks. So, I can get you back here. It kind of makes it look like I got a halo over my head, but that's definitely not the case. I probably got horns on a pitchfork. We are up here at the pit, and I'm going to put grease to this. And, well, I've got an old Lincoln 18-volt grease gun, and my batteries are junk. I've been looking for new batteries for it for a while. The ones I find are way too expensive. However, people are going to look at me and say, well, it'd been cheaper to buy batteries than it would be to do what I did. Yes, but I also needed to upgrade. So what did I do? I bought a brand new Logik-E grease gun. This one's also got higher PSI than the other one for fittings that really don't like to take grease. I think this one's like, it says it's 10,000 PSI. So it'll help force the grease into these fittings. But I'm gonna get what I can reach right now. I'm gonna start it up, pick the bucket up, move it around a little bit, try to get some more grease in there. But we're gonna try to help stop the screeching and groaning and everything else with this bucket. Well, here's a good reason why it's screeching. That pin is bone dry. There ain't a spot of grease on that. All right, I got it. She's maxed out on pressure, but I think the battery's a little low too. Yeah, it's down to 1. I've got one charging in the truck. See what that one is at. It's probably like 3/4 battery. We'll see how that one works. Well, this battery is actually fully charged. However, that one is completely plugged. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in the machine, I'm gonna pick the bucket up off the ground, move it around, see if I can't, maybe that pin is just jammed up against that hole so tight it's not allowing grease in. It shouldn't do that, but it's a possibility. So I'm gonna do that. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, like some of these pins got a grease fitting in the center hole to grease that, but this one's got one right here. But this one here has got one on that side. Grease fitting's missing. So I gotta let them know. Oh, see, like right here. See how the grease fitting's right inside the center of that pin? Oh, there's another one right there. There should be one in the center of this pin on the other side to help grease, but it's not. It's missing. So, all right, let me get in here, pick this bucket up, see if I can't get that one to take grease. All right, get you over here. Well, it's not pretty, but I did what I could. You saw earlier, there's a big blob of grease off of this. What I did is I took it and stuffed it down in here, and I used a screwdriver to push it down against that pin in hopes to try to get it to start working in there and slow the wear down. I got the rest of the machine. This one here, if you look right up top here, you'll see where there's a block, grease sticking out there, grease sticking out there, grease on the ground. We got grease sticking out there. Yeah, that one's been greased. That one's been greased. 2 tubes of grease on this, just on this front bucket to get everything moving. Just trying to get everything checked out. I want to look it over, make sure I didn't miss anything. Because if it's supposed to have grease, if it moves and it's supposed to have grease, you want grease. And I think this is the pin that we were hearing all the time screeching. Because there was a little bit of grease in all these other points, except for this one. This one was the only one that was absolutely bone dry. What's gonna have to happen is this fitting's gonna have to come out. Maybe, I've done it many a times myself. Take that pin out, that grease fitting out. Grease fitting, grease zerk, grease nipple, whatever you want to call it. Take that out, and I've run a little drill bit down and through to clean out all the junk, dried grease, maybe some metal filings where it's been rubbing metal to metal for so long, or a metal burr. Run a drill bit down in there, clean the hole out, put it back in, and it usually takes grease without a problem. Or it could be just that fitting alone. Don't know, but I'm gonna finish cleaning up here and put the bucket back on the ground the way it should be. I'm gonna cycle it a little bit, see if we get rid of that screeching. I'll say I got rid of probably 95% of the squeaks on it. I heard that one when I dropped the bucket down from, like, I'm loading the truck. I'm backing away. I heard it. I did hear it screech on that one. But it is greased. It got rid of, I'm gonna say, most of the squeaks. What's going on with this? It's not charging. Oh. Come on. Okay, it's charging again. I'd show you the back of my truck, but it is absolutely destroyed. I got bags of, got a bag of recyclables in here. Of course, I got the box for the new grease gun, box of grease. I've got filters in here. Yes, I bought all my filters for oil changes and fuel, oil, air, and fuel filters in the back of this. So I got an absolute mess in my truck. It's disgusting. Yeah, that was more. I'm happy with that. So we're gonna get out of here. I spent more than I wanted to. What was it? I bought the grease gun, an extra battery, a case of grease, something else. What was it? Got the receipt right here. No, that was all, those 3 items. Grease gun, a case of grease, and a battery. And I bought the 3 amp hour one of the cheaper ones. It's still $615. But I need grease guns to make sure I can keep my equipment greased. It's a pain. It's it's a necessary expense, but it's an expensive expense just to make sure that my vehicles are safe for the road for you around me. I gotta lock up the gate. All right, you can tell we're in the Pete. I ran back home, grabbed the truck. We're gonna go get the AC recharged. It is working, but it could use a recharge. So we're gonna evacuate the system, put a vacuum test on it, make sure everything's still good. And then we're gonna recharge it. Don't mind me the dinging in the background. Well, was the low air alarms. But we're gonna get down to the shop, get this thing charged up. All right, we're back down here at the shop. AC on this has been recharged. I had 1 pound of refrigerant gas in this, 134A. Calls for 2.5 pounds. So I was a little less than half of what the capacity it should be. We did the AC on that one too. Now we're gonna do the same thing we did on my body. His drops like a rock. So we're gonna fix that, put a pressure regulator in like I did with mine. I'll put a pressure regulator in this like we did in my truck. But his is outside the cab. Right there. Go ahead and drop it, Sil. Go ahead and little drop. Yeah, there it goes. We saw it or not, but the piston had a kink in it. And it's wet, so it does need to be, probably needs to be rebuilt. Today was AC day. We got the AC on that truck taken care of. It's Tahoe, not good. The line going to the AC in the rear of the vehicle is blown, so he's got no AC in that. Mine's all set. Mine was recharged. I gotta go over here, a little quieter. And what else did we do? We did the pressure regulator on his downside on his body, like we did on mine. We just gotta find out come Tuesday, not Monday, but Tuesday, when we go back to work. So yeah, it's been somewhat of a busy day. That's it for today. I got a project for tomorrow, so I'll see you tomorrow. Kind of foggy here. Hold on. That's better. But yeah, morning. I know I said in the previous clip about had something special over the weekend to do. Well, that didn't happen. Because Sunday, it rained all day. And plus we were preparing for the Memorial Day cookout at the house. And then Monday was Memorial Day, and I just didn't do nothing. I spent the day with the family. Put flowers on the graves of some of the veterans, family members that are veterans, and had the cookout. So I'd say I apologize, but I don't. I'm sorry, but family is the biggest thing with me. So today we're back at it, and up at the pit right now. I'm gonna throw this load on and head down to the plant. I'll see you down there. Well, today's been interesting. This is what we're on all day today, and I've been trying to help show Curtis. He can pretty much run it himself, but it's just a different animal, and the other guy how to load. However, if you look right here, there's a slight little gouge in it. Oh, here's another spot where it got gouged up. Yeah, they're trying not to dig into it. We're trying to keep that from happening because this is sand and not reclaim. It goes into a completely different section of the plant. So let's get loaded. Well, I say this is what we're doing today, but all it takes is one phone call and things will get changed. We do have, I don't know if it's going to happen today or not. They said it might, but there's a possibility we could go up to the Chevy dealer and pave up there. But we're gonna head back down to the plant and dump this. Excuse me. Well, mechanic just left. We're having issues with this, but I think I figured it out. I explained to the mechanic what was going on. They thought we ran out of fuel. We didn't. Let me get inside and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, in here, of course, these are the levers for the bucket. I'll show you what I think happened. Because I was called and said, oh, the loader ran out of fuel. Okay. Picking the bucket up. I let it go, it still goes up. Push it forward. What I think happened was this right here. This is the bucket. It's the lever for the bucket. It stalls it out if you leave it back too far. Or leave it, pull it back and hold it. I think that's what happened. let's get that on that. Well, morning. Already taken my load of sand into the plant, dumped it, and headed up to the job site I'm on today. Remember last year, way back there's a parking lot I wound up having to clean up by myself. Well, today's the same thing. However, it's that pile right there. And instead of taking it all the way back into Topsom, I've got to take it over to the landfill. And I believe it's that pile. I'm waiting for somebody to come by and say, okay, yeah, it's that pile, take it, get it over to the landfill. So, yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting now. Well, this is the one I'm using, loader I'm gonna be using. I said, I'm still waiting on someone to show me, make sure it is that pile right there. I did my walk around, checked the oil, coolant. This slight issue here. That tire's low on air. So I gotta make a call to the shop, get them to send somebody up here, put air in this tire. I got my cat key, I'm gonna start it, get it at least warming up. Well, I got somebody on the way to take care of that tire, fill it with air, and they're supposed to come to let me know if it is that pile. If it is, that's clay and a bunch of other stuff. That's gonna be sticky and it's gonna be heavy. I'm gonna shut this down right now, wait for somebody to get here. We'll get air in that tire. Yeah, while I'm here, okay, that's normal parking brake. Oil pressure for the brakes. Because this is a hydraulic, air over hydraulic, or hydraulic over air. Anyways, brake pedals are air brake, but the calipers are hydraulic. Air pressure's good. So I'll take a look at it while the mechanic's here. All right, gentlemen come by. Yes, that is the pile, as you can see. But look at this stuff. This is going to be heavy, wet, sticky stuff. And there's like 20 to 25 loads in there that could come out. I'm the only truck, and it's going to be a full day for me. But the mechanic hasn't shown up to put air in that tire. I don't want to wait around because I know how much I've got. I got quite the project ahead of me. So I threw a load on gently as possible. But now, let's get over to the landfill. That load I just brought into the landfill. Of course, I had to do a bunch of stuff, get the truck in the system, give them the job number, item number, customer ID number, product number. I mean, there was like 5 different numbers I had to give them. They had to get my truck into the system, and I had to give them this company's job number with the item number that I'm doing. Then I had to give them, also had to give them the number for where it come from, which is Bath Iron Works. They call it contaminated soil. There's nothing contaminated in it, but they call it contaminated soil. So I had to give them the Bath Iron Works number, Bath Iron Works contaminated soil number, and there's one other thing he asked about the possibility of how many loads. I don't know. And now I have till, the landfill is open till 4. I can only haul in until 3. And that first load was only 16.5 tons. So I got to put more on this truck. And the mechanic hasn't been here yet to put air in that tire. So I'm trying to be gentle. Let's go see what this one weighs out at. As I said, I only had 16 ton on the first load. I put a couple extra bucks. I'm not getting full rounded buckets like I do with the sand. So last one I put like 5 buckets on, thinking this stuff is gonna be real heavy. I'll show you why I think it's gonna be real heavy in some spots. But it's actually pretty light, surprisingly. Now this parking lot slopes from there all the way down. It's got a big slope to it. You know, I say I figure it's going to be pretty light, heavy is right here. See all this water standing? But there's nothing over this way. So maybe it's just this lower side of the pile is going to be the heaviest, and that top side is going to be the lightest. I don't know. We'll find out, because we're headed back with another load, headed back up to the landfill with another load. A couple of these guys are like, oh, take it to my house, take it to my house. I'd love to, but somebody else is paying for it. And if I get caught dumping something someone's paying for it, where it's not supposed to be dumped, no, I like my job. I like working with my own truck. We're getting closer every time. That load was 21 ton. So we're getting up there. We're getting up to where I want to be, 21 to 24 ton. Well, let you know, they didn't add 1 truck, they added 2. Here's the second truck right now. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. The second truck just left. This is the third truck, so there's actually 3 of us hauling that pile out. So, hey, get it done quicker. It's gonna make my day shorter, which is fine by me for today. Yes, I try to work a half a day, 12 hours. However, today is my daughter's award ceremony for her senior year. So she's got that tonight, and I think this guy wants me to load him. Yeah, that's exactly what that driver wanted me to do, was load him. So I loaded him and myself. I put another bucket and a half on, so we'll see what that comes up to. But yeah, the brakes on that machine, on the way to phrase it, suck. Keep trying to add more to each load there, get myself up around the 24 ton. But I think I'm going to work my way into the back of the pile where it's drier. It's getting lighter. So I could probably have it running off all the sides and still be underweight. But I'm not going to do that. That will draw more attention to me than I want. I don't want any attention. I just want to do my job and be done with it. Get paid for the day. We're home. Calling it a day. I pulled the plug early. It's awards night for my daughter for senior class. So yeah, I pulled the plug to make sure I'm here down at the school for her for awards night. So we'll call it here. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.